Therapy was her confession, not her healing. 2 days ago, my life split clean in half. I'm 32, and until recently, I was in what I thought was a stable, committed relationship with a woman named Natalie, 29. We'd been together for nearly 3 years. About halfway through our relationship, she moved into the condo I purchased years before we even met. She contributed to the utilities, sure, but the mortgage and ownership, all mine. Financially and legally, there was no entanglement. Emotionally, that's another story. Last week, Natalie suggested something that caught me off guard. Couples therapy. First, I was confused. We didn't fight often, and when we did, it was about minor things. Laundry, schedules, the usual. But she said it would help us communicate better, maybe strengthen the bond further. Preventative maintenance, she called it. She'd already been in solo therapy for about a year, working through what she described as unresolved family trauma. I supported that fully. So I agreed. Why not? Investing in a relationship is a good thing, right? She wanted us to go to her therapist. Dr. Mitchell **. Someone she already had a rapport with. That seemed a bit unusual, but again, I trusted her. I didn't expect to walk into a session that would feel more like a trap than a safe space. The session. Tuesday afternoon, I sat beside Natalie in Dr. Mitchell's office, expecting to talk about minor things. Maybe she wanted me to open up more, or maybe she was anxious about planning our future. She seemed oddly calm, relaxed even, like she was waiting for something inevitable. The session began as most do. Introductions, the therapist learning about our background, how long we'd been together, what brought us here. Then Dr. Mitchell asked the pivotal question. What specific goals or issues would you like to address together? Without missing a beat, Natalie casually replied. Actually, I wanted to discuss my exit strategy. Blinked. Dr. Mitchell did too, trying to understand if she'd misheard. Natalie continued, still perfectly composed, as if discussing weekend brunch plans. I've been using this relationship to work through my abandonment issues. Once I've resolved them, I plan to find someone I actually want to marry. Silence. My world didn't crash, it cracked. Dr. Mitchell slowly turned to her, clearly stunned. Natalie. Does your partner know that this is how you view the relationship? Natalie laughed. No, but he should be grateful. I mean, he's getting a relationship out of it. And when I'm healed, I'll move on. It's win-win. In that moment, something in me shut down and turned ice cold. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I didn't even speak to her. I turned to Dr. Mitchell and said, "Thank you for your time. This has been incredibly illuminating." I stood, walked out, and never looked back. Aftermath. The phone started buzzing the moment I hit the parking lot. I turned it off. I drove straight home, changed the locks, paid an emergency fee to get it done within the hour. By 7 p.m., she was officially locked out of my condo. I boxed up her essentials, toiletries, medication, a few outfits, and dropped them off with our building concierge. I left instructions to release them to Natalie only. Then I called my friend Jake, who's a lawyer. He came over with a six-pack and reviewed everything. Her name wasn't on the deed, mortgage, or lease. No shared accounts. Not even a subscription service. Jake nodded and said, "You're clean. She's a guest who's overstayed her welcome." When I turned my phone back on later that night, *32 missed calls, *17 voicemails, *43 texts. The progression was wild to watch. Where are you? Why did you leave? You're being dramatic. It's not what it sounded like. You need to come back so we can finish the session. Why aren't you answering? I'm coming home. Why can't I get in? You changed the locks. Are you insane? I'm calling the police. You'll regret this. The cherry on top. My dad's a lawyer. Her dad sells insurance in Connecticut. I replied with one text. Your essentials are at the concierge. You have until Friday to arrange pickup of your remaining belongings. After that, everything will be donated. Do not contact me unless it's to coordinate a pickup time. Then I blocked her. The fallout. Within the hour, her best friend Megan called. Mark, what the hell? Natalie's crying on my couch. You kicked her out with nowhere to go. I told Megan exactly what Natalie had said, word for word. The silence was loud. That can't be right. Ask her. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't bitter. I was calm, calmer than I'd ever been. Next morning, Natalie's mother showed up. Somehow she got past security. Mark, we need to talk. This is all a misunderstanding. Is it? Yes. She says you overreacted to something said in therapy. It was hypothetical. Ask her what she said, word for word. Then decide if I overreacted. Linda pushed legal angles. I reminded her that Natalie has no claim to the condo, no lease, no financial contributions. Her rights were emotional, not legal. Later that day, Natalie's sister called. Then a coworker messaged me on LinkedIn. Then her cousin reached out on Instagram. All blocked. Therapist follow-up. On Thursday, I got an email from Dr. Mitchell. She couldn't share anything confidential about Natalie's private sessions, but she wanted to express concern over what transpired in the joint one. She offered me a solo session to process the fallout. Politely declined. That afternoon I got a message from an unknown number. It was Natalie. I just need a little more time. Let me stay until I figure things out. I'll sleep on the couch. My response. No. Pick up your things by Friday at 5 p.m. Where am I supposed to go? Not my concern anymore. You're being cruel. Should have thought about that before using me as therapy practice. Block. The move out. Friday came. I took another day off and had 2 friends over to serve as witnesses. Natalie showed up with her dad and a rental truck. Her dad immediately started with the legal posturing. You can't just evict someone like this. She was never a tenant, I said. She never paid rent. She's not on the deed or the lease. If you want to sue me, go ahead. My lawyer is ready. He backed off. Natalie tried to take things that weren't hers. A sound system I bought long before we met. She claimed it was a gift. My friend Chris pulled up a photo from years back of me with the same system in my old place. Funny gift, considering he already owned it. She let it go. As she packed up the last box, she asked, "Can we please talk? Just 5 minutes. There's nothing left to say. 3 years, and you throw it away like that?" I wasn't the one who saw those 3 years as practice. Her father called out, "Natalie, let's go. We'll handle this another way." Smiled. Looking forward to it. The final curtain. Sunday night she emailed me. Subject, the truth. It was long and self-serving. She blamed therapy. Said her words were taken out of context. Claimed she meant to say she was working through her issues so she could marry me. 2 weeks later, her flying monkeys were in full force. Mutual friends told me I owed her a second chance. That I misunderstood. So, I did something I don't regret. I emailed Dr. Mitchell and asked her to confirm what was said during the session. I waived confidentiality for that one session. Dr. Mitchell responded professionally, verifying that Natalie had, in fact, unprompted, stated she was using our relationship to work through issues before moving on to someone she actually wanted to marry. Her words weren't misinterpreted. They were crystal clear. And I've saved that email. 1 month later. Natalie's moved on. She's dating some guy from her office. Poor guy has no idea. The real kicker. Dr. Mitchell reached out again. This time to let me know that Natalie filed a complaint against her, accusing her of manipulating the session to sabotage our relationship. She wasn't asking anything of me. Just a heads up that my name might come up. I told her I'd be happy to provide a statement should she need it. The reflection. The red flags were always there in hindsight. The subtle jabs. The comparisons to her friends' boyfriends. How she framed our relationship as, for now. The constant erosion of my social life. Plans cancelled, friends distanced. All of it part of a slow, quiet isolation. But I'm free now. My condo is peaceful again. I'm seeing friends. Dating casually. No pressure. No walking on eggshells. Every morning, I wake up and feel one overwhelming thing. Relief. Sometimes you need to hear something soul-crushing in order to wake up. To realize you've been someone else's emotional training wheels. But not anymore. I'm good. Actually, I'm great. And I'm never going back.